I hope you're all well. Today is a very special day because for the first time I'm recording in HD. My boyfriend kindly bought me this camera for my birthday, so I'm hoping that it works and uploads to YouTube well. So I'm really sorry if it all looks a bit weird because I've been trying to play with the camera settings but I'm not really too comfortable with it yet. Also, as I don't have a tripod, I have a really funny setup here. On my windowsill now I have a little book, makeup storage box, and then my camera propped up by an empty box from a Fatfinet, some nail files, all sorts of miscellaneous items, even a little Chanel nail varnish, so it's all a bit precarious really. And I also must apologise because my eyes are really red and irritated throughout this tutorial because I've already recorded it today, but the lighting was just so awful that I'm redoing it now. So my eyes are really red from like taking my makeup off and then redoing this tutorial. I also have two massive bright lights in front of me, also the light from my mirror, so I have three lights shining in my face and it makes it quite difficult. So hopefully by the time I do this again, I will be able to sort out the lighting better. But today I am doing a tutorial featuring exclusively NYX or NYX products. I have used a few of these before in my tutorials, you may remember, but most of them have been purchased from Cherry Culture or other US-based websites. Now NYX or NYX is quite famous in the US, but up till now we haven't been able to get hold of it in the UK. A few weeks ago, the people at Smart Beauty actually got in contact with me and told me all about how they are now starting to stock NYX on a UK-based website. So you'll be able to order straight from there, and that means you don't have to pay for any horrendous shipping fees from the US or pay tax on your purchases or any horrible stuff like that. So the website is www.smartbeautyshop.com and all the products I'm featuring today are from there. And just to give you a little idea of the prices, they don't really stock everything that NYX offers, but they do have a pretty good range and they are expanding their range. For example, the NYX Chrome eyeshadow that I used today, that would cost $4.95 on the website. The round lipsticks that I've featured in my tutorials before are $3.95. And the jumbo pencils, which I love as bases and have used for quite a while now, are also $3.95. So they're very reasonable prices, are comparable to our drugstore makeup. And all the makeup featured on the website, as well as the hair products, everything they have are cruelty free and there's no animal testing, which is always a bonus. So if you want to have a look at NYX products, then do please check out smartbeautyshop.com. And now onto the tutorial for this fun, dark, slightly iridescent and sparkly look, which I think would be perfect for the Christmas party season. So let's get started with the look. The first thing I'm going to do is apply the NYX Eye Jumbo Pencil, and this is shade 601 Black Bean, and I'm just going to put that all over my lid. You can see Maxie is coming in as the door opens. Don't get scared. I keep getting comments that, is my house haunted? No, it's not. It's only haunted by a little kitty. So we're just going to put that all over the lid. You don't want it too far up because these do tend to crease. It's a very attractive look. So now that I look like a panda, I'm just going to take a brush and blend this out. You really want there to be a very thin layer of base. These are very creamy and pigmented, so you really don't need a lot. So we're still very much like a panda. And now I'm going to use my first colour. This is the NYX Chrome eyeshadow, and it is in the colour Black, which is number 19. It has a lot of kind of iridescence and glitter in it, and it's absolutely gorgeous. You want to make sure you use quite a stiff brush for this, and what I normally do is get a bit out and then just press it into the brush in the lid. These do tend to have a little bit of fallout, so make sure that you tap them off really well. And after that, all we're going to do is just press it on top of that black jumbo eyeliner. Now you don't have to be too neat with this because of course we're going to be blending this out. And don't forget the under eye. And now all I'm going to do is just take a fluffy brush, This is the 217 from MAC, and I'm going to blend out the edges. Take care not to blend too much in the centre of the eye, or at all really, because that will take off a large portion of that black and that iridescence as well. I find that when you blend these colours, all the glitter tends to fall off first. The next thing we're going to do is take a NYX single eyeshadow, and this is number 20 in baby pink. Now as you can see, I've already used this and it's very, very powdery, so there is a lot of residue on the top. So just be careful that when you pick it up, you really tap off your brush. And all we're going to do is just take that and put it in the inner tear duct here, and then kind of sweep it up above the crease. What we want to do is just keep the concentration of black on the lid, but then have the black, as you can see here, blending into the pink. On the outer corner, I'm going to use the same principle and use eyeshadow number 23, which is Pacific. And this is kind of a cross between a light purple and a blue. Using a blending brush, we're just going to pick up a little bit of that blue. It is pretty pigmented, but just like the pink, quite powdery, so we don't want too much. And we're just going to sweep that above the crease in the outer corner here. And we're going to blend it into the pink as well. You want to blend quite softly, as you don't want to blend too much of that black away. You just want to blend along the crease line and then a little bit at the outer corner as well. Now we're going to go in with our highlight, and for this we're going to use the colour which is very appropriately named Highlight, and it's just like a creamy beige, and this one is number 7. I'm going to apply this with a doe foot type applicator just to get a little bit more precision. And it's a very creamy matte shade, so it works really well as a contrast to the shimmery shade on our lid. And I also like to sometimes put a little bit here because the outer corner of my eye can get a little red when blending. And this colour is very close to my skin tone, so it's not going to look too strange. Now if you feel like you've lost some of the intensity of the black, as you can see some of that shimmer has worn off a little due to the blending, we're just going to go back in and press some of that back on. Now we're just going to add some eyeliner, and for this I'm going to just use that same NYX Jumbo pencil in Black Bean. Now this is a super smudgy pencil, so do be careful. If you want, you can use a liquid liner or a harder pencil, but I kind of like the smudgy ones for this kind of very dark, smoky look. I don't want it to be too defined, so you don't have to be too precise with it. I'm just putting it on a flat brush and shading in the lash line. Then I'm going to create a little flick at the end as well, just to elongate my eye a little. So now we have something that looks like this. Now this will smudge and it can travel and crease a little bit, but personally I think it looks really authentic. It's kind of a little bit rock and roll, you know. Then the last step for the eyes is just to apply the NYX Doll Eye Mascara. Now I'm really liking this mascara so far. It has a really nicely shaped wand, as you can see. It's quite small, so it's really good when you're trying to get into the roots of your lashes and really wiggle it in there. It's not too good at volumizing, but it does lengthen your lashes somewhat, and also it defines them really well without any clumps. So there's that mascara, and our eyes are done. Next I'm just going to do my cheeks, and for this I'm going to use the NYX Rouge Cream Blush, and this is number 5 Glow. As you can see, if I just press it, it's a very strong colour, just swatched on my hand like that. Super bright and scary. But once we start blending it in, it does blend into the skin really well and provides a really light, natural coloured flush. So this is what I'm just going to use, pat a little bit, just on the apples there, like a little clown. And now I'm just going to blend it outwards. And then the last step is my lips, and for this I'm going to use the NYX Goddess of the Night Lip Gloss with Megashine, and this is number 113 French Kiss. It smells like bubble gum or maybe very artificial sweets. Just quite nice, but I can imagine it can get a little tiresome. I actually really like the way that the applicator, as you can see, the doe applicator is at an angle. And also it's tapered at the end, so you can really get a really precise application. So here's our finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you all soon.